Hey, Patters. Good morning and cheers. So I gotta show it off here, right? Because how can you see that? But we have some nice, delicious iced coffee here, nicely blended. Good morning, Peter A. DeLuca here, aka Pad69. A lot of you guys know me and call me by the eclectic one. We got something cool here. This is my Transformers 2007 sketchbook for annual sketchbook challenge called March of Robots right here. This is my third or fourth year participating in this challenge, and the sketchbook it's a good one. It is used and abused. It's been with me all over the place, and took a little bit of a pause with it to jumpstart another sketchbook, but that's just the way it goes. And I had vacation, work, had to catch up on my studies. There was a ton of things I had to do, but now we're working on this. We have three of them mapped out. Blackout landing on top of the building, one of my favorite shots, all time favorite shots in the entire movie. It's when they're getting surrounded by it's Blackout and Brawl. Brawl's coming over the heap, as identified by Tyrese in his binoculars, and then they turn around and Blackout lands on top of the building. Our heroes are doomed. And then, it's not really adjacent, but further down, we have the Allspark going crazy, shooting sparks all over the place, turning regular electronics into evil death machines. We have the Xbox Decepticon. We have Dispenser, the Mountain Dew guy. And then here we're going to jump into Ironhide flipping over the girl, the classic shot of the movie, maybe the best shot by a lot of people. Not my favorite shot, but maybe the best shot. Then we're going to go into Ratchet. Same with Wiki running with the cube. We're going to get Bumblebee being towed after his legs are blown off. So we're not really doing everything in exact sequence. Some of this is by memory, but it's just kind of like the flow of that final battle. City getting destroyed. Same with Wiki getting confronted by Megatron. One shall stand, one shall fall. Another amazing shot. Optimus Prime getting blown through the building. And then we'll have about 9 pages left to go at that point. So I'm hoping to make a good run to catch up on things today and to, I don't know, show it off. Time to do some sketchbook work. Maybe we'll do a couple other things. Now, we're also trying to map out some of these Sharpies. We have a excess of Sharpies here. We have a lot of Sharpies, guys. We're going to try and whittle these down. Not Sharpies, I'm sorry, Micron pens. But we're going to try and whittle some of those down. And yeah, let's just draw some formers, guys. Now, I want Blackout here, too, to be somewhat even in this scene, he is somewhat in shadow. Because we have the Michael Bay, Bruckheimer setting sun. And I say Bruckheimer because that's a lot of Michael Bay's aesthetic. And if we watch Bad Boys, Armageddon, and any of these other movies that involves Michael Bay's incredible direction, and I do not say that with irony. We get kind of what we got when Bruckheimer worked with Tony Scott, for example. Like we get these amazing sunsets. Gore Verbinski, right? Even got it with Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. So it's cool stuff. Like it's cool when you see like a collaboration and a look that kind of comes through a producer's eye. And a lot of people might say, well, a lot of people, number one, are very unclear to what producers do and what their roles are. And a lot of times the director, like you're making the producer's movie, number one. You're not making your movie. Now, sometimes there's collaborations and things to be understood. And you give people some room and you get some amazing things. So that's a little bit of Hollywood, the magic of the process. It's funny too, where you can have as many people that have seen movies out there as you have, but so few people actually know what a producer does. Yeah, and we will run this for as long as we can. Now, sometimes we get people, sometimes we get a lot of people real quick. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And we're going to hit this with Micron, and then we're going to blast it with some black ink wash or black watercolor. I haven't really quite decided yet. And Blackout too. He's such a Hulk of a design. He is just. It's like he's ready to rumble. Like that's his whole. That's his entire intent as a character design. So, but you kind of sometimes want to draw him in motion. Otherwise, we're just kind of looking like, just when it comes from a sketchbook sense, it looks like we're just looking at a toy. Pretty count. What's up, bud? Yeah, so I'm back to like having little mouse operation. I don't know what is happening with my Surface here. But I see you, bud. Thanks for popping in. Slow moving crowd today. Usually we would have had a couple AKA padders by now. But sometimes you get lucky with when you hit the stream, sometimes you don't. But we're working on Transformers 2007. I don't know if you're familiar with this movie, but we essentially, if you're not familiar with it, oh, Juke Joint, what's up, bud? But essentially, for anyone that's not familiar, Juke Joint, are we rocking and rolling with January this year? I feel like we have to start talking about it already. Last year, I'm still not even completed last year's book yet. I took a little break from it and just moved on to other stuff, but I gotta make it a priority again to really wrap it up and then start a new one. This one, I feel like this brawl here. I feel like I maybe have like rendered the hell out of it too much, and like that happens every once in a while. But anyway, yeah, we're doing the entire Transformers movie here, guys. Okay, dude. Yeah. Planning. If you can just help with the prompt list as always, and then I would like to do a little bit more of a rollout. Kind of like we can do like joint streams. Kind of really do things to where we get into the study of Stan Lee. But and as you know, like even throughout the whole year, like I do videos to support Stanuary. So like normally throughout the entire year, any video that I do that involves Stan Lee, I tag it as Stanuary. But yeah, to make it a little bit more of an educational like hangout experience, that would be cool. Yeah, because I think Apar's right. Like I don't know if you're on the same page, but I just feel like a lot of Stanuary's direction when it comes to um you know what though, give me 1 second, guys. Let me grab my wireless mouse because we need it. Yeah, we're going to try and sync this real quick if we can, because my Microsoft Surface is like it loses all control of the mouse, and I don't have this even synced up yet. So we need. Let's see here. I'm just trying to figure out. Anyway, I'll figure it out a little bit down the road. But yeah. Let's just kind of get January going. I'll make a push. I'll complete the sketchbook from this past year, which was somewhat on my list anyway. All my sketchbooks and stuff, and drawing in general this year really fell behind because of other obligations. I had, life kind of came in, said hello. So you guys sometimes do things, dude. But Justin, dude, I love your dogs, dude. Whenever you post your dogs, I love it so much. And it's so cool. You are a true dog person. But yeah, we got Blackout here, and Blackout's such an interesting design. So part of this too is I just wanted the splatter to have its own like character. That's why we did the splatter before we did anything here. Like we just wanted things. We just wanted things that have a certain way of life here. Like sometimes you kind of, the old Disney guys used to call it plussing it out, and that's where you kind of animate something and you kind of exaggerate it and you keep plussing it until you get it kind of like the right level of exaggeration. And that's a lot of just my overall like philosophy when I sit down and draw. It's like I just want to plus it out to where it becomes like its own thing. And you ride or die that way. Sometimes you're going to nail it and it's going to be like really like there, and sometimes you're not. Sometimes you're going to have difficulty, but hopefully, like along the way, though, like your skill set grows, so that again, like the more you pull something out, uh, your instincts kind of grow, and and that's where you get a lot of that like quote unquote style. Like your style just emerges from that environment. But drawing's just repetition. Like all of the arts are. Music, uh, hell, like even Justin, even sports. Justin, what's up with the Bears, dude? Are the Bears going to just tank? I don't think Justin Fields the guy. I really don't. No, I didn't see it. Oh, we have our mouse back, guys. No, hold up. Oh, where did you tag it, Justin? Was it Hold up. Hold up here. Let's see. Let's see here. I see Gunner the Foxhound. Look at this dude. Foxhound is such a cool name too, isn't that? Like it's so military. Some of these ones, right? Oh, right here, aka Pat. Oh no, that's me commenting. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if you did, because you know what? I don't know if I get notifications right on Facebook, and I'm trying to see because I know we follow each other on Facebook too. I'm just looking for it. Let's see here. Yeah, see, I don't. Well, I'll find it. I'll find it. Oh, it's on Twitter. It's on Twitter. Okay, let's see. It's the one oh here we go. Oh yeah, dude. Look at that. Look at dude. She is so cute. Yeah, dude. Like when I moved into the city, yeah, Yeah, Tank. No, they just suck. Going to be a legendary ace. Why are we playing the Chiefs? I know, dude. The Chiefs are like they're a team that just doesn't effing die, and I'm kind of like my only beef with the Chiefs is that how quickly like the media just and maybe you can kind of agree or disagree, but just the way that the media just like within a small amount of time was like Mahomes greatest of all time, like calling him like the goat, where like even clearly his last MVP year, like Tom Brady had a better year, like he just gets this like press, and this adulation without kind of like I get it, he's been to 3 Super Bowls, won 2, but that's like nothing in the career. Um, like we have to kind of see what that team does, like and what he does further down the road, if he even survives that long. And and Kelsey, like just the way that they give Kelsey the goat of a tight end, which the dude doesn't even like doesn't block. He has a fantastic football IQ though. I give that to him. Kelsey's football IQ is probably some of the best we've seen in modern day. But he has his quarterback. They know how to play. They know what to do together. They get those points. They get those buckets. But the adulation that comes with Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs and Kelsey, I just don't understand it. It's so premature. It's weird. It really is. Yeah, dude. Like like what and and real quick too, Justin. What happened with the? Because you might be a little closer to it. Um, are they moving Soldier Field? I think we talk about this once or twice a year. But like, where's the? Ugh, look at this. We are out. We're out of water here. But they can't move Soldier Field. They can't do it. That would be a travesty. All right, so we're going to do like a little bit of a uh, bleed effect here, which is really going to be just like a ton of water. I'm going to put my colors in frame here. But Justin, where is it? Do I have my one book here? Yeah, uh, I think I showed this to you. Did I? Hold up here. Let me grab it. Let me grab it right here. Maybe one of the best football biographies of all time. Like right there, and I was young enough. I was young enough to get him, get his like final couple years. The Super Bowl 20 uh touchdown thing though is just meaningless. Like through the course of a game, through the course of a season, like you have to perform. You got to do things. Sometimes you're called upon. Sometimes you're not. Uh, but hold up here. Yeah, and see, we're just going to like leave some of that white exposed. Here we go. And it's kind of really how you develop your touch. Yeah, and sometimes like you go back and you do some additional, like we'll call it bulk, just with the brush to kind of create enough of a effect. We're being loose here. We're not being uh, perfect. We're not being strategic. We're just kind of trying to get additional color where we know we need it. Yeah, all I tell you, there is an old racetrack, Soldier Field. It's a travesty. We have a small seating capacity. Yeah, I think that's like the big thing, you know. But I just like it's just one of those locations, though. You know, like what if you're just into sports history, like in general, uh, it's tough, dude. Like you hate seeing change. You hate kind of seeing these venues. Like here in Philly, they're battling to get the Sixers moved into like what you would call like Center City proper, like right in the middle of Chinatown, and they're just going to displace all of Chinatown for the Sixers. And there are so many people, like the division, you know, and the points of view for that are just kind of really vast. Here we go. I think we got him. We found them, guys. We found Blackout. And the one thing I want to do is I want to get his whip. So originally I had I had the whips bleeding into the propellers because I thought they were on his back, and I kind of screwed that up because they're clearly not. He has them on his arm, and I believe it's the opposite arm. So a lot of what we've done here to everyone is I've made liberties of changing the position of some of the weapons and what's on the arms and stuff like that because of just the composition and the way I was placing things on the page. Here we go. Here we go. Bingo bango. Yeah. Yeah, maybe retractable. Dude, I think Soldier Field should be in the elements. I'm anti any cover when it comes to football. Like I don't care. Like football's meant it's that George Carlin bit, if you're familiar with it, when he talks about the the rule the difference between how football is played versus baseball. Like I'm all for on the way that George Carlin looks at that. Um what you'll yeah, if you're not familiar when you see it, you'll you'll understand immediately what my perspective is. Hold up here. Here we go. But I think we're in really good shape here, everyone. There we go. And then, as always, right, because we have to obsess over some parts, let's get back to the whiteout. And just, we need a little bit of whiteout where this P is. See, just so we can see it. And then we're moving on. We're moving on to Xbox. The Xbox freaking out. I heard of it. Yeah, I would, dude. I thought they were going to, right, guy. I mean, I thought the Panthers were going to do something. You know, that defense looked really good last year, and they were what, one game, like one kind of ish game from the playoffs. Like for the last 2 years, I think they were like right there. So, all right, moving on from Blackout. So we're totally switching gears here. We're moving from microns, and we're jumping onto Pentel brush pens. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, like maybe you know what? I haven't been there. So yeah, like I will take your word for it. But the yeah, I think that the Bears franchise though. I guess I can if you want to argue like intangibles, um like can we kind of argue that maybe the franchise has lost some of its character? And I know that's kind of like a wide open platitude, but it just seems like like the idea of the Bears kind of being this monster, like this unstoppable force, being rough and kind of bloody and cold. I don't know. It's like as the years have marched on. But when it comes to drafting fields and stuff, like football, look, football scouting is um, people act like it's like this exact science, and like it's not. Like scouting, doing anything like that in any sport, you're kind of always hoping to get the player. Like you're not there. None of it is a exact science, and it can't be. Because there are so many factors that come into a player's performance. A lot of it is you kind of hope that guy is who you think he is. And this brush pen here is coming out a little bit too thick, or I'm not working quick enough with it. Oh, the walrus. Yeah, dude. Yeah, and that's really what the lesson for dude. Like even if you look at the Patriots when they do the Gronk, a lot of these players that they associate the Patriots with now, though, the Patriots also scouted really well from within the league, and dude, they have a philosophy. They always had a philosophy for what they wanted to pay, how they wanted to like look at players' contracts and how what it really meant year to year. And people criticize them a lot over not doing bigger contracts and locking players up for kind of like on a permanent level. But I don't know. I mean, contracts are contracts, and football is a brutal effing sport, and it's just kind of like it's tough, dude. Like how do you it's just funny. It's like how do you even select a player for like just from a GM standpoint? Because that guy can get taken out in 2 seconds, even with all these like funny rules that they have now with the hits. It's like how do you like you know like how you make that call and just you kind of know your job's on the line. Like it's tough, like, and that's why you go for like the way how teams rate durability and like terms, like the long term playability of of players. It's a lot of stuff, guys. And like I said, you hope to get a player. Like you hope that the guy is a little bit of, and then you can have a good guy too. He could be on the freaking bench, and you have to kind of something might happen. The guy has to step up, and even then, like you may not know the player you have. Yeah, and I do feel like the Patriots, uh, like kind of, I think that the Chiefs have really good scouting. I think the Patriots really were the model within the league for a very long time. Uh, like I don't know where they are money wise, but right, like they still seem to be making these like very small micro choices, and you can kind of make arguments, but the Patriots could be 2-0 right now. They got they nearly. I mean, if it wasn't turnover city, they would have beat the Eagles in week 1. But Walrus, dude, good to see you, Walrus. Yeah, it does. I know. And they were there. They were kind of like I don't want to say they were Super Bowl contenders because they did get their butts handed to them, but yeah, and then Bledsoe kind of like a lot of people feel like Bledsoe should have still been able to play and do stuff, and it's again like what do you do when like you want to win games, like like I don't think there's any type of like commentary or discussion that these teams can have, uh that's fair. I just don't, like it's Breeze, Bledsoe got screwed over. Like that's it. And he never quite got his footing again. But looking back now, he did get a ring. So, and I thought the team was kind to him. They let him explore other options. They let him back into the league. Uh, and they kind of knew, right? They knew what they had with Brady, which is still extraordinary, even at that time. Let's catch up with some of these. Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is, like you make the same argument about any player, dude. I would say you make the same argument of players that you may not even know the names of, because the percentage of making it in the National Football League is so freaking high. I mean, it's so low that, dude, even the players on like the practice squad, we'll call it, are lucky guys, and things fall into place for them. Football is the greatest sport because of the hubris of football. Football teaches you a lot of lessons when it comes to life. And that's what makes it so great. Yeah, it's just not evaluations are not there's no exact science. And even the Patriots, like looking back on selecting Brady, it's they kind of thought he was a deal. They thought he was a deal at the 6th round or 7th round or like however long, like like they thought that was a deal. So pick up a deal, like get him no matter what, because he's sitting there, and it's the 6th freaking round, and it's just one of those things. It really does make it's one of the all time sports stories. It really is. And I kind of remember too, like how resistant people were towards it. And that ESPN special was it? What was it called? The Brady Six. Uh, it kind of just like it called on year after year. Like that wasn't a splash when that premiered. I'll tell you that right now. That came and went, but then Brady like persisted. We'll say. But guys, like it's no different than selecting a comic book artist. There's a lot of parallels when it comes to sports and making comics. There's a lot of parallels in the repetition of sports practice to getting better with your art materials. Right. So like I think it's intelligent to look at the two on those terms. Like they're parallel. And when you're building out a comic book title, right? Like if you're putting together a book, like the people you're selecting for that book, you're hoping the same stuff that the Patriots hope for, or Chicago hoped for with Justin Fields. It's kind of simple. Like I did, like everything happening here is just to me a little bit simple. But I do like the idea. I love the idea because like in the movie he's carrying like a 360 box, and the claws come out of the box, and you don't really see what it looks like. But here, I just made him carrying a regular Xbox because I think when it comes to communicating that and telling that story, uh, I think it's a little bit more clear and responsible. And I guess technically too, it should be right, maybe like a white Xbox, because that's what the 360s were. I didn't even verify if it was a 360. It could be. I'm just guessing. Like I said in our intro, a lot of this was done via memory. And I like that. I just like the idea of just like sitting down and saying, "Hey, we're going to do like a sketchbook movie," and I'm not going to look any of it up. So we're back to kind of needing markers here, guys. We're back to needing markers for bleed. So what we can kind of do, I've been trying to stockpile these. I usually save these for acrylic practice. But I've been stockpiling these because I think some of them might be more effective going underneath my pages. Still haven't figured that one out, guys. Always with art, there's always something you have to figure out. Or craftsmanship or material. We'll call it material. And I kind of just want this to be I kind of just want this to be all green, you know? And we'll call this page Xbox Attack. Here we go. Awesome. You can't, no. You know, you just have faith, dude. It's like it's all about just having faith in the people around you. And I, in a way, too, like you guys, you know, you guys show that with me. When you guys pop into a stream or anything, like you're hoping that maybe I'm working on something interesting, that we're talking and there's other people like in the chat, like, you know, like I guess the point I'm getting at, there's a lot of hope in when it comes to entertainment. Yeah, I know, dude. He did do good work with that, dude. Buffalo, dude. That's one of the reasons why I'm so into the Bills, even right now. Is I just wanted to watch a season where that team gets their nut. I really do. Yeah, no, I knew what you meant, bud. We'll keep the Drew Bledsoe. But dude, how much fun is it watching Josh Allen though play? Right? Like he is so much fun to just kind of, that dude he just plays, you know, and there's something about that. And you can kind of argue, you know, like it's the new style, right? It's the new NFL where quarterbacks kind of, you know, have a light touch. There's light touches throughout the entire league, and then yeah, this is how you have guys running full speed at the end of a game to get a touchdown in 20 something seconds, which is the absolute travesty, by the way, guys. You should be able to bang up the other team to the point that they cannot run full speed at the end of a freaking game. I'm sorry. Like what happened to the days of roughing people up for an hour, and then whatever happens, like I remember, dude, if you watch enough of the old Super Bowls, and they're all, like, a lot of them are on YouTube. I watch a lot of them, but dude, like you watch the old Super Bowls, and the fourth quarter could be like, you know, like you can kind of see how well the team's going to do within the fourth, and it's like it would take you almost get like 4 possessions, right? You would get like 4 possessions. It would like be fourth quarters were 4, sometimes like 5 maybe, but you could kind of predict the flow of a game and see it so much more clearly than right now. You know, because I was watching that the Aaron Rodgers Roethlisberger Super Bowl, and I kind of forgot how close, like that really is to me. Like that was like a close contest, but it's kind of like, you know, the opportunities that the Steelers had. Like there's not a lot of commentary on that. Like no one kind of talks about that game on those terms, but you see it in the fourth where you're like, oh my god, there's 3 possessions left, and then the game's over. And you just cannot say that today. Like, that's madness to me. Like, it's a different game. Like, that's the absolute truth. We're in a different NFL right now. So, side note, what are we reading, guys? What are we reading? What are we seeing? What are we watching? Let me know. I'm always curious. What should I be reading? How's that? And I'm not talking about new stuff only. We're talking what's good. And you guys know, right? The reason why this is green is because this is the color, the glow of the Xbox and all their advertising at the time. I guess like even now, right? Xbox is still green. Here we go. Yeah, that's the dude, and the Lions. Oh my god, dude! There's a Justin. Did you see that? There's like a Barry Sanders documentary coming. That like it came up on my feed. I don't know who might have been NFL, but maybe not. Um, he's going to talk about why he retired, and he's I guess like the reason was never revealed, which was I guess sports trivia that I forgot. But they're going to reveal why Barry retired. But and then like that path, right? That went to Barry Sanders leaving the retiring from the Lions, basically led to Rodney Peete becoming a Philadelphia Eagle and having playoff success. Yeah, and that's where you gotta give the Eagles a lot of credit too, man. Always chomping at the bit, that franchise. Just always trying. Like never not trying. And now we're blasting this with just this lighter green that really comes up on this is a Five Below pencil, by the way, guys. But this green just hits the paper in such a cool way. See, it just adds this, like, it just makes it glow. Really cool stuff, guys. And here we go. Here it is. So for like every few of these that I'm not like sketchbook wise that I'm not happy with, I get one where I'm just like perfect. And I think this one is that guy. Yeah, it was. Yeah, old NFL was UFC with pads. Oh, really? Was it, dude? I will check it out. Dude, I liked the here's the crazy thing. I liked the live action Cowboy Bebop. I don't know, like I just don't understand where people it's like no one can sit down and just have fun and enjoy something anymore. And I don't know. But then when I was growing up, dude, I don't, if you really want a like you guys know about the video I did about the Blue Beetle and the Guyver, but the I love that live action and the Fist of the North Star live action. I absolutely loved growing up. I used to when that premiered on Cinemax, I stayed up all freaking night to record it to get like a VHS copy of it, and I would just watch it all the time. I loved it. The Sean Penn, not Sean, Chris Penn in that movie. It's just there, like, and I again too. It's like a lot of anime is there's such a cultural barrier sometimes. Like you just don't get what you're watching, and I'm all for kind of the Americanizing it. Yeah, and I think people kind of overblow it. Dude, the Ghost in the Shell movie, freaking awesome. Don't tell me that's not an awesome movie. What's wrong with that movie? Like, there's nothing wrong with that freaking movie. Here we go. I think we're there. And so we're going from one green to another. Because the next page is going to be our dispenser. This is the Mountain Dew Decepticon. That's when you know you're like we're watching the movie, people. Like we're throwing everything against like we're giving the audience everything. That's how you know you're watching the movie. So let's just recap a little bit of this scene. And it kind of starts, yeah, this is like so the whole third act starts with Starscream, right? Like Starscream nukes, right? Fires everything off, attacks the Hoover Dam, shuts down the power, right? Ba-boom. Releasing Megatron, shrinking the Allspark. Megatron gets released. Megatron escapes. Megatron ridicules Starscream. Autobots to the rescue. Highway scene with Bone Crusher. Bone Crusher gets decapitated. And then we're in the city. Green flares. Starscream starts nuking things again. I don't know if I can do this. You're a soldier now. And then the Decepticons reassemble. Some lunacy happens as Same is running through the city with the Allspark. And then right here. I think it's there. Yeah. Well, dude, like, some of it is technicality, some of it's like this, and there, but Emmett has the longevity, and if people give him a lot of stroke because of that, those Super Bowl years. Yeah, but dude, that the Marino needing a rusher led to Dicko, or Mike Ditka and Reggie Bush. Yeah, holy throwback. Yeah, I know my history. Oh, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that there was that much control for One Piece. People love One Piece, though. They love One Piece and My Hero Academia. So we'll see how far. Yeah, like I'm thinking about pausing a little bit, guys, just because it's 11 o'clock. You know what, guys? Let's just call it. I might work on this one on the side, but we will be broadcasting the final phase of this sketchbook because a lot of you have been with me for a year on this already. So rock and roll. We'll be back. Just be on the lookout.